All right, so you're not going to be seeing this right away, but you should be seeing this before the Guardian's Will leaves the shop. I was checking it out today and decided, you know what? The Guardian's Will is actually a really strong weapon. The last time I tried it out, best perks, link down below, it was actually impressive. And it used to be very, very popular for its movement. It still kind of is. You get to lunge, you get to put a couple movement speed perks on it, I guess. It's not as fast as the Baron, like just raw movement, but the lunging does kind of make up for it. But it's also really good at like getting up over a wall. Now you can mantle, so it's not nearly as good for movement as it used to be, but the damage is still there. So I'm going to be running a basic Luna build today. If there's a more specific build that you guys might want to see, you can comment down below, I guess, but I wanted to get a showcase out and I want to run it with basic perks. So double damage, double attack speed, affliction is super good with this weapon. It does a lot of damage, and water because we'll be in a fire zone, and the loadout, very standard. Luna in the lead, Blast in the past. I am using Saurian Vigor. She's garbage. Don't get that twisted, but there's really nothing in support that I would need. Again, I'm not going to be using the heavy attack much. I'm not going to be using money abilities. It's not a range weapon. It really just leaves Saurian Vigor. So that'll be something, I guess, just to activate Blast in the Past. Going coconuts because they're awesome. Health and damage is amazing. I am running anatomy lessons, which is interesting because this weapon doesn't really have any crit perks. It's only doing 75% crit damage, but I figured Whiteout Fiona might help me crit more often, I guess, and Battle Beat just to attack faster. As I'm recording this, I think I'm going to backtrack on that. I think Fumble is probably more useful just for the off chance of getting the footballs on the ground to increase my attack speed, because in a double attack speed Luna build, that's, you know, you're just trying to swing as fast as possible to activate her perk as much as possible. So I think that's going to be the better way to go. Totally Rocking Out would probably do more raw damage, but this will be a fun build just to try out. And I'm going to need a little bit of health because we are going to a category 4 mission. The other two are Healing Death Burst, and all the other three, and I don't want to deal with Death Bomb. So yeah, thank you to Gloopy Live for following. I do record these on Twitch, link down below. Let's hop into game. All right, we're in game. I even got coconuts a reasonable amount of time. I got to kill the enemy. Oh, it's so much damage. This is what I was talking about. It does like this consistently high number where it doesn't have the fastest attack speed in the game, but the weapon damage on its own is super good. And you'll see that the affliction is also pretty in line with what you'd want to see from a weapon like this. So I'm actually kind of happy about this, because on paper it's not the most impressive thing ever, but look at that. The affliction actually chunks for a good amount, 140k, which is about what we're doing per shot. So I'm finding an interesting comparison where, ooh, Fumble's coming in play here, where some weapons in the game crit for, or like they afflict for a good amount, and affliction can crit on its own. But some melees, like the Clax especially, I made a video on the Clax, link to that down below, because it was as insane as what's going on here, where the affliction was doing as much or more than the regular weapon, and it was a lot of damage. You could just hit a target once, and it would just die. It would almost double your damage output. Not exactly, of course, but it was a huge amount, and an unexpected amount. So it makes up for a lot of damage, where this weapon might not do a ton on paper until you apply the affliction damage and you realize what you're missing. Look at this, 250 power level, just gone. I'm not even at full health. I'm not even at full health. Here, can we actually lunge over to something? Hey, look at that. It's actually decent. I just realized that there's a small explosion when you land on the ground there, an area of effect damage, and it's actually better than it might seem. I want to... Okay, let's take out this crowd of enemies real quick, and I saw that smasher in the background. I'm thirsting for it. So this is what I'm talking about, where I was not planning on using the heavy attack much, but you can... I don't know. I was going to say you can get over to an enemy quick, but that was not really faster feeling than if I would have just ran. So I don't know if that's exactly quicker, but it's still a good amount. So, all right. We got the coconut still active. Let's see what this can do. 200k, 200k. That's with the coconut bonus damage plus full health, and that was a 160 power level smasher that did no damage to me. That's what I'm talking about. If you utilize your double jumps in that case, and if you utilize your double jumps, you can stay away. And what I'm talking about is this weapon just does so much damage that it's okay. So yeah, that's part of why I wanted to get this out before the weapon left the shop, because I knew that a lot of people might not even realize that this is kind of an insane weapon. I feel like it hasn't made too much of an appearance on my best melees videos, and it's overshadowed by the Spectre Blade and the Ravager. Rightfully so. Those weapons are insane. But you got some other options here, and I'm happy to showcase it. So I'm going to kill the Smasher, get everything here dead, and then we're going to rush over to the defense, because we are gaming today. Twitch link down below again, because as of recording this, we got a lot going on tonight, and I don't have a ton of time to you know, run around killing everything on the map. So yeah, look at this. Just easy. Easy. You spend more time walking to the next enemy than you are killing the one in front of you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'll see you guys in the defense and get some coconuts in the meantime. Okay, I lied. There's one more smasher. I want to kill it. Let's see if we can do another no damage. No damage taken. Oh no! I think I screwed myself by using the heavy attack. That's one of the reasons I think the heavy attack's less good for movement than the Baron, because you find yourself in a position where you're lunging through the air with no control over your character, and I don't know if that's better necessarily. All right. Now we'll go to the defense. All right, the defense hasn't technically started, but it is right next to the mission defense, and while I roll retraps, I figured I might as well do some cleanup, and this is great. So this is one of the more annoying encampments in the entire game, and it's also why Affliction is as insane as it is. I give it so much praise because it can continue attacking a target after you're done with it. You can hit an enemy once and kind of just run away. Look at that. One hit. Chunk, 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 chunk. Technically speaking, I don't count this, by the way. I've seen people send me videos of like, oh, wow, I one-shotted a smasher. Technically, that was one swing. I'm sorry, Walter, I just don't count that. But, like, it is still kind of one swing. It depends on how you count it. But that kind of damage can be spread across an entire group of enemies. Look at this. One hit, one hit, one hit, one hit. One hit. So like that was a crowd of what, 8 zombies? I don't even know or care, and all dead in like a dozen swings. And that kind of thing can add up to a lot of extra damage, a lot of extra crowd clearing effect, and it's really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna get this mission started for real, help out with the traps, and see you then. All right, the defense has begun. I'm not really sure where to start. It's funny, it's a Guardian's Will... sorry, Walry, I just wanted to show the defense. It's a Guardian's Will showcase, but I'm kind of happy about my traps. We got the floor freeze facing away. We got a blocked... I also started... a blocked wall turret. I also started using these claws, which goes great with the Lexa style. And then we got this northwest side... we are open on the west side. Seems like the whole team knows. I don't want to unmute to tell them, because they're having a stupid debate that I don't care about, and... I wonder how often that's true. Like, how many people are gaming with a group where, like, 4 out of your 5 people, you being the 5th, are arguing about something that you just do not care about? I don't want to get involved, so I'm just going to not. I'm hoping they'll trap up this side, because I really want to go for the smasher. Let's see what kind of damage we can do to a 250. That's a good amount of damage. I know he's frozen, but, like, still. That's, you know, 20% more damage, so adjust that to maybe half speed, including the trap damage, but still... That's pretty good for a sword that, you know, I don't even know if did I rank this in the top 10? I don't think I've done the top 10 melees, have I? Well, that's something I should probably look into, but either way, it's a fun weapon. I love stuff like this. I want to know, it makes me want to test the affliction damage, because I want to know how many melees afflict for, like, what percent of the damage dealt. That would be an annoying chart to make, but nobody's putting any traps on this west side, and I feel like it might be necessary. Oh goodness. I'm in shadow, which is good. I'm gonna kill him specifically so that I can kill the baby for the shadow stance. That'll do more sword damage, and with a little bit of help from a teammate, take care of that, no problem. I'm probably gonna need to coconut up, because I'm not using Arleniza or anything that gives me health other than coconuts, but coconuts healing over time is pretty solid, and I feel like doing a pretty good job here. It's not that good at crowd clearing. Obviously, it's a melee. That's why the Cat 4 was definitely not something I was excited about at the beginning of this, because running from... I need to turn off that, how dare you. Running between all 4 of the category 4... all 4 of the category... What do you call them? The Atlases? Running between all 4 of the cat... Oh my god, I call it Cat 4 and Category 4 way too much. Running between all of the Atlases, got it, yeah, is just too much effort for a melee user. I typically don't use melees in these zones, but I wanted to show it off in a not Death Burst mission, and oh my god, that just annihilated it. I think that's the Shadow Stance. I don't know the exact weapon damage bonus you get from Shadow Stance, but it's pretty significant, obviously. Does it show over here? Shadow Stance. Armor by 60 and movement. Do you really not do more damage? Shadow Stance increases armor or movement. Wow. I totally thought he did more damage. I guess it's just Swordmaster Ken. Wow. I guess I learned something today, but I'm not really embarrassed about not knowing what Shadow Stance does. It's such a passive ability on every single ninja that I haven't thought about it in a long time, but either way, dying less might be what I'm seeing, because extra armor means that my health stays full, and in a build like this, we are just getting all of our damage from Luna, so the more health I have, the more damage I'm outputting, so losing my health less frequently is probably definitely something that I can benefit from. That's so good. That's so much damage. 200k. Wow. Wow, we Aiden Harris said that in one of our recordings. I'll probably link the video down below. That should be out on the channel by now. If it's not, then it'll be unwatchable temporarily, but either way, I'll link it down below. He said Wowawia in one of the clips, and it was pretty funny. I don't know if that made it into the video. I think it did, but it made me laugh either way. If you guys haven't seen the Borat movies, you should. I want to say if you're over 18, it's a lot. It's not anything I could show much of on this channel, not on YouTube, but it's pretty funny. Borat 1 and 2 and Bruno, and pretty much everything he's done is pretty hysterical. This is going pretty well. I'm gonna run over here. It's funny, I keep wanting to not switch off my weapon, but I'm not sure why. I guess I'm too used to running Crackshot, where it just stacks up all my damage. Link to all the Crackshot videos down below. Crackshot on its own is pretty much its own series. By the way, speaking of series, these tier lists, no, these are not tier lists. Tier lists have their own playlist, but these Fun 160s have their own playlist now, which I was opposed to for all of the dumbest reasons. For example, I didn't want these Fun 160s to be grouped together like they were a series, because in my mind, they're not their own, like they're not a series where you need to watch the previous episodes. Like if this is the first time you've ever seen me screw around in a Fun 160 mission like this, just having fun in a 160, hence the name, then you don't need to watch all the other episodes to know anything about what's going on. However, they can still be their own independent videos, but grouped into a playlist, because on the reverse end of that, some people see a video like this and kind of want to go watch all the other ones. So I'll probably start putting the playlist in the description from now on, just in case you guys are curious. I will link the videos I recommended from that playlist, so you'll be able to find it either way. If you're interested in going on a binger, as of recording, there are about 40 of these almost, and oh, it's so frustrating being just out of range. So there's quite a few to watch, and that's like what average of 12 minutes, got to be 480 minutes of footage. It's like 8 hours, isn't it? Or yeah, what's 60 divided by yeah. So whew, that's a decent amount of gameplay for you guys to enjoy. But yeah, Guardian's Will, it's been slaying everything. There hasn't been a single enemy that I've had trouble attacking, and I was about to say it. It just spawned on the mini-map. I was about to say it'd be a perfect time for a mini-boss. Has there been a mini-boss this whole time and I've been blind and ignoring it? Or is it just spawned? Ricochet, wall weakening healer. Okay, so I think I might be able to do a pretty decent amount of damage soloing this. I mean, it's not one of the huskier versions of the mini-boss. It's not like it's a smash or anything, but no tank, basic zombie. Like, look at this. And then if I could put down a couple of campfires just to keep my health up, you can see that the damage goes up significantly. It looks like I'm doing over 200,000 at max health, and these campfires are helping a lot. I love Luna builds like this. It means that a campfire, in no uncertain terms, is kind of technically a damage bonus. Kind of. Not literally exactly, but basically. This is amazing. Soloing a mini-boss. It's not fair to, like, title the video that way or anything, but, like, that is kind of what's happening here. Did it just despawn? Or did it teleport away and then drop its loot at the same time? I don't think I was too slow to kill it. I think it teleported, and then all of its loot is going to be up here. I'm just looking at the white spots on the map, hoping that, yeah. Nope, that's Mateo jumping out his crap. He does that more often than he should. The stacks go up to 1,000 now. I mean, I don't know why he's saving it, but I guess I just lost all the loot. That counted, though. I killed it dead to rights. That was 100% mine. I don't even want to argue. That was a good solo mini boss. You know, it's not every Fun 160 video that I get to solo a mini boss, so I'm happy to do it when I can, especially from the Guardian's Will. Like, obviously, like a high power Wrath or Pot Shot can easily do that. You know, if I'm running a Ground Pound or Huskbuster or something powerful like that. But Guardian's Will, soloing a weaker mini boss, but still, that was doing good damage. I think even if it was tank, we would have had a good shot at that. So I'm gonna give it to it. I'm gonna give it to the weapon because I'm impressed. I am impressed, and this mission has just been a breeze. This has just been me doing story time. Like, if I don't have to stop and think and get concerned about a defense, that just means that obviously my teammates trapped well and are participating, which is fantastic, always lovely to see, but it also means that this weapon just clearly has not given me any trouble. 250 power level Husky Husks are no joke. These guys are usually difficult to deal with, and this weapon has had absolutely no problem. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna call it here, and yeah, maybe consider leveling up the Guardian's Will or reperking it if you want to use it for movement. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, take it easy. And then